WICR.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
This is the Unknown Show with Bayside.
Boston.
And Colorado.
And that was our last segment. Some of the songs that we played, or all the songs we just played, were Naive by the Kooks. That was a bit of a throwback from 2006. Then we had English Rose by Ed Sheeran, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then Way Down We Go by Kaleo, which I hadn't heard before, but I enjoyed. Or I had, but forgot about it. I'm not really sure. But English Rose, even though even though you may know Ed Sheeran, you might not necessarily know that song, and that's because it's from his Multiply album, but the Wembly edition. So he was at Wembley Stadium, which I happen to stay near. I was right next to it, so.
Do you live there?
No.
Do you live
Actually,
at
I
Wembley?
don't know if I'd want to live in Wembley, but
It's fun to say.
Wembley.
Where's
It's questionable.
Wembley?
yeah, it's like not the best neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because there's like it's a tourist area, so that's basically all their income comes from that.
Pretty much. And concert stuff.
No, yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's a great stadium. So it's a huge stadium. So
Wembley Arena is massive,
Yeah.
isn't it? There's seating on all sides of the stage, right?
yeah, because they use it for Wembley's also a football arena, so they use it for that. So they Ed Sheeran had a tour specifically there that was a little bit unique to the rest of them for his Multiply tour, and he played a bunch of different songs that we hadn't heard before, including English Rose. He played his cover of Parting Glass, which I've heard before.
He played a song called New York.
He
I
did,
believe.
which I actually heard when I was at his Madison Square Garden tour in 2012
Yep.
or 2013. I don't remember. But that was the only time he'd ever played it before, and I actually preferred the version he played at Madison Square Garden to the one that's on the album.
Yeah.
The one on the album has a lot more background stuff to it, whereas when he played it live, it was just really raw. And
Yeah, his voice is so beautiful when
Yeah.
it's just alone. Though it does enhance it when he has backbeats and stuff, but
But what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. I actually have the version on my laptop of just like the plain version, which I don't know. So I listened to that over the one on the album, and then besides that, I think he played "I See Fire," which was in The Hobbit. It was the closing song.
Yep.
And I think he had a few more, but they're
You know you're from Iona when you hear I See Fire. And you just think IC, like the letter acronym.
gosh.
Wow, you're like IC Fire. I was like,
I am in a college
club.
fire.
I am in college.
I didn't even
college
think
fire.
of that. That's funny.
Well, no, because I just haven't heard of that song before. But
For the longest time, I didn't know what IC stood for. So, like, IC Green, I was really confused as to what the club was.
what the heck is IC?
But
You're like,
it's
are you
Iona
trying
College.
to like be clever?
Yeah,
And say like
no, I just
IC, like I space SEE.
wasn't on that same mental level.
Wavelength as everyone. That's all right. I learned it because of ICHP, and then I was like,
Oh,
I see.
ICHP.
Yep. my love.
But yeah, that's like all that's all I have to say. Do you have anything to say about the Wembley edition?
So
Oh, Make It Rain. Sorry, he sang that for.
That's right, for Sons of Anarchy.
Yes, and that was on there too. It's a very good album.
He released the Wembley Arena album in the U.S. At the same time he released a bunch of his old EPs that have been released in England but not here. So he kind of just dumped them all on iTunes at the same time. Probably made a ton of money
for
off
$5.
of it. So
Is that the 5 thing?
for $5, yeah.
So yeah, the Wembley edition has all the old songs that were on Multiply, as well as some of the ones we mentioned, and then All of the Stars, which was his opening for Fault in Our Stars.
Yep.
It was the closing. I'm sorry, it was the closing. Everyone's basically trying to get him to do stuff
Right.
for them. Touch and Go, which I actually have not heard. It's the only one I've not heard.
Touch and Go is pretty good. I think we've played it on here before.
Have we? Oh, okay. And then a live version of Parting Glass, a live version of Small Bump, which usually he sang live during the Plus tour, but then after that he stopped.
Small Bump breaks my heart.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a sad song.
And then he has Lay It On Me, All On Me, which is the song he did with Rudimental.
Yep.
Which you can, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but you can just buy it on the Rudimental album, and then you don't have to buy, because on the Multiply edition, the Wembly edition, you have to buy the whole album to get Lay It All On Me.
Yep.
Which you don't need. Actually, he might be singing it live, and that's why it's special, but...
Possibly, because it sounds a little different than the one on the Rudimental album.
Yeah, I can't see whatever's past this, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but... yeah, I would say check it out because it's if you're just missing it and want more, that, and then I would say check out the 5, which just crashed on me as I was going to read from it. But, yeah, as Boston was saying, 5 has a bunch of his earliest songs as well as just some random ones that he would play live. And, yeah, that was released a while back.
Yeah, he has... Off the 5 album, there's several EPs. He has Loose Change that he did with, I believe, I forget her name. I don't know who it was, but they did a very good job with it. They also had the collaboration section where he basically just did the singing and some rapping with some other rappers he collaborated with. And a good song off that is Little Lady, which kind of combines A-Team with a new rap. It kind of gives a different backstory to it, and it makes you think about it a little more, and it's very, very good. So definitely check that out.
That's cool. So yeah, there's your homework for this week.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed this unknown show. Again, I am Bayside.
I'm Boston.
And I'm Colorado.
And have a good week.